Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me now. There comes a time in your life when you've got to stop looking left and right and start looking straight ahead. You've got to focus on yourself and stop wasting your time. You hear me? Time is precious. Time is a gift, and it's slipping through your fingers whether you're chasing your dreams or sitting still. Don't you dare waste another second worrying about what someone else is doing, what someone else is saying, or who's watching you. You weren't put on this earth to please everybody. You were put here to grow, to fight, to rise, to become everything God placed inside of you. You've been distracted too long, scrolling through your phone, comparing your life to highlight reels, wasting hours on things that don't feed your spirit, don't build your vision, and don't push your purpose forward. It's time to shut the door on distraction and open the door to discipline. Because discipline, my friend, is love in action. It's the proof that you believe in your future more than your feelings. It's the evidence that you're done making excuses and ready to make moves. Don't tell me you want it while you sleep through your mornings. Don't tell me you believe in yourself while you're waiting for someone else to validate you. Don't tell me you're chasing greatness while you're chasing people who don't even see your value. You've got to focus. Focus like your life depends on it, because it does. There's a fire in your belly, a calling in your soul, and you've been ignoring it, dimming it, putting it off until next week, next month, next year. But the time is now. Your destiny won't wait for you. Your future is calling you, and you will miss it if you keep playing around with your potential. So rise up, lock in, cut off every lie that says you're not enough. Turn down the noise, get in the room with your goals, get alone with your vision, make sacrifices, make time, make progress, because you are the only one who can do what you were born to do, and if you don't, no one else will. Focus on yourself, stop wasting time, and watch your life change. God bless you. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and yet, it is the one we waste the most. Unlike money, possessions, or opportunities, once time is gone, it never comes back. You can't earn it back, you can't borrow more, and you can't rewind it. Every minute that passes is a minute you'll never get again. That's why understanding the value of time is the first and most powerful step toward changing your life. People often say, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I still have time." But the truth is, none of us know how much time we really have. Life is unpredictable. Every day is a gift, not a guarantee. So why waste it on things that don't matter, things that don't push you forward, things that drain your energy and distract your mind? We live in a world that constantly pulls at our attention. Social media, endless entertainment, gossip, comparison, laziness. They all chip away at the hours we could be using to build something meaningful. You say you want to succeed, you say you want to grow, but your time is spent scrolling, watching, waiting. That is not growth, that is delay. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your purpose, you are saying no to something that does. When you waste time, you are not just wasting minutes. You are wasting opportunities, potential, and progress. The successful people you admire didn't get there by chance. They got there by choice. They chose to honor their time. They knew that how they spent each hour would determine how far they would go. They knew that discipline isn't about being strict, it's about being smart. It's about protecting your time like it's gold, because it is. It's about understanding that every moment spent in distraction is a moment stolen from your future. When you start valuing your time, everything begins to change. You stop tolerating drama, you stop chasing people, you stop waiting for motivation, you become intentional, you become focused, you become hungry, and hunger is what moves you, not comfort, not convenience, not pleasure, hunger. You have to be hungry enough to turn off the noise, get up early, stay up late, do the hard work, and stay consistent even when no one is watching. You have to be hungry enough to say, "I don't have time to waste," and truly mean it. People often wait for the right time to start, but there is no perfect time. There's only now, right now. Every day you wait is a day you could have used to grow. Every hour you waste is a seed you didn't plant. And guess what? Seeds you don't plant can't grow. Dreams you don't chase can't come true. Plans you don't act on never become reality. If you want to build something big, something beautiful, something lasting, you have to start treating time like it matters. Because it does. It's not about being busy, it's about being purposeful. You can be busy doing nothing and feel like you've done everything, but at the end of the day, what did it bring you? What did it change? Who did it help you become? True focus is not scattered. It is sharp. It is clear. It is committed. And it begins with how you manage your time. Don't just count the hours. Make the hours count. You owe it to yourself, to your dreams, and to your future to make the most of every single moment. Time is not something you find. It's something you make. So make it matter. In a world full of noise and constant comparison, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what you're truly meant to do. Every time you look around and measure your life against someone else's, you rob yourself of the power that lies within you. Social media, television, and society in general have created this pressure to look a certain way, live a certain lifestyle, and achieve certain things by a certain age. But the truth is, none of those standards define your worth. You were not created to copy someone else's path. You were created to walk your own, and the moment you realize that is the moment you take your life back. Comparison is a silent killer. It steals your joy, poisons your self-esteem, and distracts you from the work that truly matters. When you spend your energy watching other people's lives, you lose energy that could be spent building your own. You start to believe that you're behind, that you're not good enough, that maybe your dream isn't valid just because someone else seems to be ahead of you. But what you don't see are the battles they're fighting in silence. What you don't see is that their highlight reel isn't their whole story. Everyone has struggles. Everyone has doubts. Everyone has setbacks. Just because someone else is shining doesn't mean your light is any less valuable. You have to remember that your journey is your own. It's not supposed to look like anyone else's. Just like no two fingerprints are the same, no two destinies are the same. So why are you wasting time trying to fit into a mold that was never meant for you? Why are you chasing approval from people who don't even understand your purpose? Your worth is not based on likes, followers, or status. It's based on your character, your commitment, and your courage to keep going even when no one is clapping for you. When you focus on building yourself instead of watching others, you begin to see progress. Not overnight success, not perfection, but real, steady growth. And that's where the magic happens. Growth takes place in silence. It takes place when you put your head down and do the work without seeking validation. It happens when you trust the process and understand that your time will come. You don't need to compete. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. All you need to do is stay focused and stay faithful. People will always talk. They will always have opinions, but their opinions don't pay your bills. They don't build your dream. They don't live your life. So don't give them the power to control your decisions. Stop measuring your worth by someone else's ruler. You have your own path, your own timing, your own mission. And if you stay true to that, you will find fulfillment that comparison could never give you. It's time to look inward, not outward. It's time to ask yourself, what do I want? Who do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to create? And then go after that with everything you've got. Block out the noise. Tune into your inner voice. Follow your passion. Honor your uniqueness, because that's where your strength lies. Not in imitation, but in authenticity. Not in comparison, but in self-discovery. When you focus on yourself instead of others, You start to see the value of your own gifts. You begin to unlock talents you didn't even know you had. You start to build confidence that no one can take away. That's how you grow. That's how you win. Not by trying to outdo someone else, but by outdoing the version of yourself from yesterday. So stop comparing and start building, because your journey deserves your full attention. Discipline is not something that comes naturally to everyone, but it is one of the most powerful tools you will ever develop if you want to achieve anything meaningful in life. Discipline is not about being harsh on yourself. It's not about living without joy or punishing yourself for making mistakes. Discipline is love in action. It is the highest form of self-respect because it says, I care enough about my future to do what is necessary today. When you choose discipline, you're making a declaration. You believe in your vision enough to work for it. You believe in your goals enough to stay consistent. You believe in yourself enough to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. Every single time you show up, when it's hard, when you're tired, when you feel like quitting, that is discipline at work. That is you proving to yourself that you are not driven by feelings, but by purpose. Because, let's be honest, your feelings will lie to you. They will tell you to stay in bed. They will tell you to skip that workout. They will tell you to take the easy way out. But discipline reminds you of your why. Discipline reminds you that success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. People often ask, how do I stay motivated? But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. One day you're inspired, the next day you're not. That's why discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation starts the engine, but discipline keeps it running. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to do it. Champions are not made by their moods. They're made by their habits. They show up every day not because it's easy, but because they understand the value of showing up. They know that progress is built on repetition. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Think of any area in life where people succeed: athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, students. It all comes down to discipline. Talent can only take you so far. Without discipline, talent is wasted. Without discipline, dreams die. The people you look up to, the ones who have achieved greatness, they didn't get there by luck. They built systems. They followed routines. They said no to distractions. They said no to excuses. They said yes to doing the hard things when no one was watching, and this applies to your life too. Whether your goal is to get healthier, build a business, master a skill, or improve your mindset, discipline is the key. It's not about being perfect. It's about being committed. Discipline means choosing your future over your comfort. It means doing what needs to be done, even when it's inconvenient. It means showing up again and again, not because it's fun, but because it's necessary. You need to understand that the real reward is not just the end result. It's who you become in the process. Discipline shapes your character. It strengthens your will. It teaches you patience, endurance, and self-control. These are qualities that will serve you not just in your goals, but in your relationships, your career, and your everyday life. A disciplined person is not easily shaken. They are grounded, focused, and reliable. And those traits will take you further than talent ever could. So start where you are. Don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect mood. Build discipline one decision at a time. Wake up earlier. Stick to your plan. Stop making excuses. Push through the discomfort. Because every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. And in the end, those daily votes add up to a life of strength, success, and purpose. Discipline is love in action. So love yourself enough to stay committed. Distractions are everywhere. They are subtle, they are loud, and they are persistent. In today's world, it's easier than ever to get pulled off course. One notification can interrupt your focus. One meaningless conversation can steal an hour of your day. One decision to scroll can turn into an entire evening wasted. And the dangerous part is that these distractions don't seem harmful in the moment. They feel small, they feel innocent, but over time they become habits, and habits shape your life. If you're not careful, your greatest potential will be buried beneath a pile of meaningless distractions. Distractions kill potential not because they are powerful, but because we give them permission. Every time you choose distraction over discipline, you're making a decision to delay your growth. You're choosing comfort over calling. You're choosing noise over purpose, and the scariest part, most people don't even realize it. They wake up, go through the motions, get caught in a cycle of consumption, consuming content, consuming entertainment, consuming opinions, and at the end of the day, they wonder why they feel empty, unfulfilled, stuck. It's because they've been feeding their time to things that give nothing back. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, there will grow. If you keep planting distractions, don't expect to harvest results. Don't expect clarity. Don't expect growth. Growth comes when you clear the clutter and focus on what matters. You cannot create something meaningful if your mind is constantly bouncing from one thing to another. You cannot reach your full potential if you keep letting temporary pleasures steal your permanent progress. It's time to get serious about protecting your focus. You can't afford to live in reaction mode anymore. You can't keep checking your phone every 5 minutes and expect to create something great. You can't keep surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy and expect to feel motivated. If you want to win in life, you have to get intentional. You have to take control of your environment, set boundaries, say no more often, turn off what needs to be turned off, walk away from what doesn't serve you, be ruthless about your energy, because your time is sacred. Your focus is powerful, and your potential is worth defending. People often underestimate how destructive distractions really are. But think about it. Every great dream, every big goal, every breakthrough moment requires deep focus. It requires you to go all in, and you can't go all in if your attention is constantly divided. Distractions don't just slow you down, they change your direction, they take your eyes off the vision, they make you forget why you started in the first place. One small distraction repeated daily becomes a lifestyle, and that lifestyle will never lead you to your goals. You have to ask yourself, what am I trading my time for? What is stealing my focus? What is keeping me from showing up fully for the life I say I want? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't be deeply distracted and fully committed at the same time. You have to choose, and the truth is, it's not about having more time. It's about being more focused with the time you already have. You already have what you need to grow. You already have the tools to improve. But you won't see results until you clear the distractions and create space for discipline. Focus is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Start small, set specific times to work on your goals, remove unnecessary apps, design your environment to support your vision, replace distractions with purpose-driven habits. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because when you eliminate distractions, you unleash your full potential. You begin to create, to grow, to move forward with clarity and confidence. So stop feeding your time to things that don't matter. Distractions kill potential, unless you kill them first. There is one truth that many people try to avoid, but it's the truth that sets you free. No one else can fulfill your purpose. No one else can live your life. No one else can do what you were born to do. You can try to delegate responsibility. You can wait for someone to show you the way. You can even hope that one day someone will come along and push you into your destiny. But it won't happen because your purpose is your responsibility. Your calling is your assignment. If you don't show up for your life, no one will do it for you. You've got to understand that you are the driver of this journey, not the passenger. You are the architect, not the observer. You have power, but only if you choose to use it. So many people live waiting for the right time, waiting for permission, waiting for support, waiting for motivation. But what they don't realize is that while they're waiting, life is moving. Time is passing. Opportunities are disappearing. You don't have time to waste waiting on someone else to believe in you. You've got to believe in yourself enough to take the first step. You've got to be your own motivation, your own supporter, your own spark. Because sometimes no one will clap for you. No one will cheer you on, and that's okay. You don't need applause to move forward. You just need commitment. Your purpose isn't something you find in other people's approval. It's something you uncover through courage, through action, through listening to that inner voice that whispers, "You were made for more." That voice gets drowned out when you're constantly looking around for someone to guide you. That voice becomes silent when you ignore it in favor of doing what's comfortable, what's easy, what's expected. But your greatness doesn't live in comfort. It lives in responsibility. It lives in the decision to stop running and start owning your life. When you stop depending on others to light your path, you begin to create your own light. You start to see that everything you need to grow is already inside of you. You don't need someone to give you permission to start. You don't need someone to tell you you're ready. You're ready now. The fact that the dream is in you is proof that you have what it takes to pursue it. But no one is going to hand it to you. No one is going to show up and do the work for you. No one can feel your fire, see your vision, or walk your path the way you can. Even when you face obstacles, even when it's hard, even when you feel like you're all alone, you must keep going. Because this journey is yours, and the world needs what you carry. But it will never see it if you keep hiding, if you keep waiting, if you keep hoping someone else will show up and push you into purpose. You are the one. You are the answer to your own potential. You are the solution to your own excuses. Start showing up like your future depends on it, because it does. Start treating your time, your energy, your talents like they matter, because they do. You only get one shot at this life, and no one else can live it for you. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs. If you don't write your own story, someone else will write it for you. And it won't look anything like the life you were meant to live. So stand up. Take ownership. Embrace your responsibility. Your purpose is waiting on you, not anyone else. If you want it, go get it. No more waiting. No more blaming. No more depending. The life you want begins the moment you decide that no one else can live it for you, and you finally take the lead. Time is your most valuable asset. It's the one resource you can never get back once it's gone. You can lose money and earn it again. You can fail and try again. But when time is wasted, it's lost forever. Yet, so many people treat time like it's disposable. They procrastinate, delay, and entertain distractions as if there will always be more time tomorrow. But tomorrow is not promised, and every second that passes is a second you will never retrieve. That's why you must become deeply aware of how you use your time, because your future depends on it. Every goal you've set, every dream you've imagined, every version of yourself you want to become, it all depends on how you spend your time today. Time doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't pause for you to get ready. It keeps moving, and the people who achieve greatness are not the ones who have more hours in a day. They are the ones who use their hours better. They don't waste time wondering what if, or getting caught up in fear. They act. They prioritize. They make choices that align with their purpose, not just their feelings. Think about all the hours lost on things that don't matter. Endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, pointless conversations, dwelling on the past, worrying about the future. None of it adds value. None of it brings you closer to your goals. You must be willing to examine your daily habits and ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this getting me closer to where I want to be? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. Because your future isn't built in a day, it's built daily. And every day you waste is a day you could have invested in becoming stronger, wiser, and closer to your destiny. People often say they don't have time, but the truth is, they're not making time. You make time for what matters to you. If your goals matter, you'll find time. If your dreams matter, you'll find time. It might mean waking up earlier. It might mean saying no to things that once entertained you. It might mean sacrificing comfort, but it's worth it, because the price of success is discipline and the currency is your time. Time is what shapes your habits, and habits shape your future. If you spend your time wisely, even small consistent actions will compound into massive results. But if you waste your time, you'll look back a year from now with regret instead of results. Time is always passing. The question is, what are you doing with it? Start treating your time like it's sacred. Be intentional with your schedule. Plan your day instead of reacting to it. Set clear priorities and stick to them. Remove distractions without apology. You don't owe anyone your time if it costs you your progress. You don't have to explain why you're choosing to focus. The people who matter will understand, and the people who don't aren't part of your journey anyway. Understand that how you spend your time is a reflection of how much you value your life. You only get one life, so don't waste it living someone else's script. Don't waste it being busy without purpose. Don't waste it stuck in fear or waiting for perfect conditions. Take control now. Use your time to build, to learn, to grow, to create. Use your time to heal, to challenge yourself, to develop your gifts. Use your time to become the person you were meant to be. Because at the end of the day, the difference between where you are and where you want to be is not just skill or luck. It's time. And the more wisely you use it, the more powerfully you will live. Don't wait until you're older to realize what you could have done with your time. Realize it now and make every moment count.